all, welcome back to my lecture series. This is Muthuminal, Assistant Professor from the Department of Agricultural Engineering at SNS College of Technology. Today we are going to see the topic on temperature inversion that comes under the unit atmosphere and its components under the subject climate change and adaptation that is offered for the students of final year 7th semester. Before going into the session, let us have a small recap on the previous lecture series. We have seen what is atmosphere, what are the layers of atmosphere, what are physical and chemical properties of atmosphere, what is the vertical structure of atmosphere, and at last we have seen about atmospheric stability along with temperature profile. Today we'll see the environmental lapse rate, the rate at which the air temperature decreases with elevation, and it refers to the rate of temperature decreasing when it is not being affected by the saturation of the water vapor in the atmosphere. Here we have seen also that during stable and unstable condition of the atmospheric stability, the rising air parcel is colder than the environment, and also it gets warmer and rises because it's lighter than the environment. The second one is adiabatic lapse rate, at which the is considered, that is, it is basically the environmental lapse rate being affected by the saturation of the atmosphere. Here it is considered that the air is moist when it is saturated by the water vapor and dry. Okay, I have concluded the yesterday's session that asking you what is the symbolic representation of ozone. It is nothing but O3, and ozone layer depletion is simply the wearing out of the amount of ozone molecules in the stratosphere. What is temperature inversion? Here you guys would have identified what is temperature inversion from the temperature profile, right? Under most circumstances, the temperature of the atmosphere decreases with height, meaning it gets colder than the higher you go. However, a temperature inversion occurs when the atmosphere actually becomes warmer as the altitude increases. Here, a very good example is that unless we reach stratosphere, the temperature will be colder, right? And when we are gonna reach to mesosphere, the temperature will be higher, and then it will be vice versa. So this typically occurs within a defined layer of the atmosphere. So the temperature inversion, when they occur, have a major impact on air pollution and air quality. There are two kinds of temperature inversion that we have to consider. One is permanent and surface, and each corresponds to a different impact. So this is the pictograph of temperature inversion under the normal condition and under the temperature inversion. When we are in normal condition, initially the lowermost layer will be warmer air, and when we are reaching the higher ratio, then we'll reach up to cold air. But when there is a temperature inversion, or the air flow at the normal condition on the left, and during the temperature inversion, the warm air acts as a cap, effectively shutting down convection and trapping smog over the city. So, what happens here in the sense, the lowermost layer becomes cooler. So, the vice versa happens. This is how the inversion of temperature happens at the lower atmosphere. During the normal state of atmosphere, initial stage will be warm air, and when that warm air rises and mix with the cool air, causing the atmosphere to become unstable, and it will reach to the cooler air. At the temperature inversion, cool air near the surface doesn't rise or mix with the warm air, and thus the cool air will get stabled as the lowermost layer, and the warm air will be always available at the topmost layer. The calm winds and the inversion result in the poor air quality. So the winter sun, low in the sign, supplies the less warmth to the earth's surface, which means warmer air aloft acts as a lid and hold the cold air near the ground. So this is what happens under winter season. The pollution from the wood fires, cars are trapped by the inversion, and the mountain can increase the strength of the valley inversions. So the inversion of the temperature occurs near the surface or at various atmospheric levels, as I have shown in this pictograph here. As I have shown here, the temperature gets increased dependent upon the altitude for each and every layer of the atmosphere. So troposphere is nearly equal, and at the thermosphere it reaches up to the colder degree. So the types of temperature inversions are surface air inversion, frontal air inversion, upper air inversion. So the surface inversion is nothing but where the change in temperature inversion happens near the surface to the very shorter duration, because the solar radiation heats the surface during daytime and warms up the pre-existing cold air near the surface, which soon disappears at the night, and hence the temperature inversion also disappears. So this happens usually due to two conditions. One is advection and the other one is radiation. The next one is upper air inversion. It is of two types. The first one is thermal upper air inversion, which is caused due to the presence of ozone layer in stratosphere. It usually absorbs UV rays radiated from the sun and increasing the temperature of the layer much higher than the layers below and above it. And the second one is mechanical inversion, which is caused due to the subsidence of air and turbulence and convection mechanism. The last type is frontal inversion. It occurs when the differing air masses coverage and the warmer air being relatively higher tends to overlie the colder and denser air in a horizontal layer. However, due to the Coriolis force, the boundary zone between these contrasting air masses is sloping. This frontal zone is converted into inverted layer when the lapse rate is inverted. So this is what I have prepared for today's class. If you guys have any kinds of doubt or anything, you guys can approach me anytime. See you at the next class.